let's talk about the Lakers, man. Lakers, Raza, your full thoughts one by one. I mean, I'll talk about all the players, but you give me a breakdown of every single one. What was your thoughts on the Rob Pelinka's moves that he's been making, money moves, and everyone's been saying the Lakers have been winning free agency. So, are you happy and are you satisfied?
Before I get into that, the Cavs signed Ty Jerome and traded for Damian Jones, former Laker, former Warrior. Also,
Mhm.
all right, so Lakers. I'm really happy with our what we got because the guys that we didn't play in the playoffs, Troy Brown, Malik Beasley, Mo Bamba, they're gone. Torian Prince, I'm not saying he's no Kawhi Leonard defensively, but he's a solid veteran
Mm.
guy, I guess.
Solid.
For
Mm.
4.5 million, I'll take him off the bench. I think he can be like a serviceable guy in the playoffs. He's not gonna get played off because he shot 39 or 38% from three. That's for his career. So we talk as Lakers fans, we talk about Lakers tax. Whenever you wear a Lakers jersey, your like 3 point percentage goes down. So like even if it's 38% now, it might go down to like 35, but that's average. So that's not bad for his contract. And then the big signing for us was Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent's only a 33% career 3 point shooter, but in the playoffs, he was going crazy. He had a 29-point game, I believe it was against the Celtics in game two, I believe it was. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's like our backup point guard now because we obviously got D'Lo back. So Gabe Vincent will be like our Dennis Schroeder replacement. Dennis Schroeder, who went to the Raptors on a 2-year, $13 million contract. So Gabe Vincent is 3 years. It was reported that Miami Heat offered him 4 years and $32 million, and the Lakers
Mm.
offered him 3 years and 33. So, he chose that, and he's a good backup point guard. He can shoot a little bit more. He's a solid defender. And we brought back Austin Reeves for 4 years, 56 million, I believe. Hey, shout
Mhm.
out to you, man. We got Austin Reeves back. We got D'Lo back. We signed Jackson Hayes. He's okay backup, I guess. He's got some athleticism. He can get you a poster in there. Like he got some energy in there. He's like Abdullah. Abdullah's player comp is Jackson Hayes without the dunking. And then who
Mhm.
else did we get? Who else did
Oh,
we
well, you
signed?
kept Rui and you kept Reeves. That's huge.
Yep, and we got D'Lo back. Rui was a 3-year, $51 million contract. Shout out to the Washington Wizards for letting us get Rui Hachimura, a good role player, for Kendrick Nunn, who I don't even know who the hell he's
I
gonna
don't know.
sign
I
with,
think he's off the
and
team.
three
I don't
second
even
round
know.
picks. And
Raza, I just
we
want you to know, I was a big Rui fan since day one.
you
You
were
remember that? Remember that?
but you were crazy. You were like, oh, he's about to be all star. He's a good role player. He's
I,
not no
s-
all star.
I thought all I'm saying is Kawhi Leonard, Japanese Kawhi Leonard isn't too crazy.
And then the Austin Reeves contract, I was actually surprised like we kept him for I know we were gonna keep him, but like for that low of a number, I thought the Spurs, you already know, like Spurs and Lakers, we have our rivalry because in the 90s and the early 2000s, Kobe, Shaq, Tim Duncan, those teams like had rivalry, and Greg Popovich doesn't like us, everyone knows that. So I thought they were gonna give him like and they had all the caps, they still have all this cap space, but now they don't have anyone to pay with. But I thought they were gonna offer him like 4 years, 100 million, but they didn't.
Mm,
And Austin Reeves just
here's a good point right here by
100,
Mahad.
Yep, I
Oh,
agree.
bro,
Mm.
this Austin Reed's high's got to go down, bro. I'm sorry, bro. You guys are over, bro. 100 mil, bro. Nah, I'm sorry.
No,
4 years,
he's saying like if guys like RJ Barrett getting paid this much, how come Austin Reeves is you know
bro. What's 4 years, 56? What's that average? Like
14 million a year.
14, 13 million, bro. That's fine for him, man.
I think he's a
That's
better player than that.
bro. You guys definitely got to steal. I mean, value
At least he
for it,
fits with
but
it. Maybe he's not a great like he's not gonna be no all star or anything. Maybe he's like a
no
borderline all star player.
Raza, you remember like when the season first ended, the rumored what was it like 4 years, 90 million? That was the
80
rumors, right?
million, I think, around
80
that.
or 90 million, bro. That would have been crazy. That would have been
I
an
thought he was
overpay,
gonna
in my
get that.
opinion.
I thought he was
Nah,
gonna
that
get
would have been
that.
an overpay, in my opinion. I'm sorry. This Austin Reeves hype is getting too much, bro.
The
I
thing
heard
with
the
the
rumor
Austin
like
Reeves contract is that the first 2 years the Lakers can only pay him 12 million a year and 12 million a year. So like it's called poison pill. I think he
mm,
deserves 4 year 80 million. Yep, I agree. I think he's like an 80-year around there kind of guy. So like the poison pill is basically like the first 2 years. Imagine he got like a 4-year, $90 million contract or 80 million. Let's just say 80 million, since the comment just mentioned that. So the first 2 years we were gonna pay him 12 and 12, so that's 24. 80 minus 24 is what, 56 over 2 years. So that was gonna be like 27 a year, 27 million a year. So the last 2 years the contract was gonna rise up from 12 million a year to 27 million a year. But now that we kept him to 56 million, that'll be 12, 12, and then 14, 14 on the last two. And then the fourth year is a player option for Austin Reeves. So, he's going to be young. Shout out to the man, bro. Undrafted guy. He could have gone to the Detroit Pistons, but he said, don't sign me. I want to go to the Lakers. Shout out to Austin Reeves, man. We love you, man. Shout out to him, man.
Definitely. I think also, so we mentioned Austin Reeves. I want to go back to Jackson Hayes. Before Cam Reddish. Jackson Hayes, I think this is crucial because this is one thing that you guys lacked, which was big depth. Obviously, Mo Bamba was hurt. And when you guys won the championship in 2020 in the bubble, Dwight Howard was a big factor in that. And now you have a defensive guy in Jackson Hayes, who I get he's not like the best player ever. I think it was a lottery pick and didn't pan out in New Orleans, but with the right staff, with the right coaching and development, and he's young too and athletic. Imagine like
He's
just the
only
lob.
23, bro.
23 years old. It's crazy. It really is. So again, Jackson Hayes, I think that's huge. And Cam Reddish, it's crazy because I remember in the draft a lot. I myself, I wanted to draft Cam Reddish over Rui Hachimura that year, and it's crazy to see how both players have panned out throughout their career. Cam Reddish to me is similar to, I'm not saying like his play style doesn't play like him, but I think his play style is like a Paul George. I don't know if that's too crazy to say. So again, getting guys like that along with Torian Prince, you keep Austin Reeves and you keep Rui Hachimura. The one thing I just don't get is why the heck do you keep D'Angelo Russell? I mean, for crying out loud, that man was horrible last year in the
Yeah.
He's a
playoffs.
trade chip. He's a
But
trade
like the
chip.
thing is, like all the good point guards are signed, bro. It's either D'Lo or nothing. You
Yeah.
let go of D'Lo at this point, then who are you gonna have? You can't you get to starting who's coming off the bench. So like, yeah, D'Lo definitely isn't good, but they waited too long. They could have maybe got rid of him and then signed Van Vliet, but even Van Vliet isn't gonna do anything crazy. So
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, keeping D'Lo is the only option.
I see
I
that.
agree with him.
Yeah, but this has been money moves at the Lakers, man. Kendrick Perkins said on ESPN, he loves it. He loves it, and I love it.
Now he was smoking crazy though. He was going crazy though.
What did he
He
say?
was talking. He was talking like we signed Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, and Steph Curry. He like he had his feet on the table. He was like, "Oh, the Lakers just won free agency."